Okay, we're closing our work with two kinds today, and so it's time to take a side in this battle. Are you on team mom or are you on team daughter? So, who really is deserving of the reader's sympathy and their support? And obviously, we can see both sides and understand their perspectives, but where does your weight fall for this? And so, I'm going to ask that you open up your mother versus daughter notes, and that's where you need to be to start our debate and then ultimately the rest of our work today. I will pause. So, the mom, she lost everything, escaped with her life from war torn China during the communist takeover, lost daughters, her husband, her parents, her village was bombed out. And she's just trying to start again. And she's got so much hope. And she doesn't look back and she doesn't feel bad for herself. And she's resilient. And she just wants to give her kid this greatness, something that she can latch onto, that nobody can take away, and that can bring her great success. She sacrifices to give her daughter this opportunity piano lessons. She's trading her house cleaning services. I mean, she doesn't have an education, she doesn't have, or at least one that counts in this country, or maybe a tremendous amount of skills that she can use here, and maybe even not opportunities because people won't give her that chance. And so she knows house cleaning and she does this just to give her kid a chance to do something better with her own life. It was like Greg's dad in Lemon Brown. I had to drop out of school when I was, younger than you. You have this chance to do well for yourself. Let's go. And the daughter just throws it away. I was so determined not to try, the daughter literally says. And she's just banging around on the piano and making a lot of just wild noises. She doesn't care. And ultimately, the mom suffers public humiliation from this girl. She invites all of her friends from the Joy Luck Club to witness her daughter's debut. And her mother's expression was what my mom's expression was what devastated me, a quiet, blank look that said she lost everything. It's all about pride and family honor here. And she has, she's bragged about her daughter, and her daughter ultimately failed her. And lastly, the daughter hurts her, brings up the pain of the past. Then I wish I'd never been born, I shouted. I wish I were dead like them. You've given me this life, this chance. I don't want it. I wish I were just dead like your babies you lost in China. So the ultimate and unspeakable disrespect, that the blow, the punch that the daughter issues. But we feel for Jingmei. At the beginning, she feels like she has to earn her parents' love. Oh, soon I'll become perfect, and mommy, daddy, they'll adore me, right? That's just some sort of warped thinking that eventually you can earn your way into their love. They don't love you as you are for who you are. She feels like a failure. She's constantly tested every night at the table, random things like predicting temperatures, memorizing entire passages of the Bible after looking at them for a few seconds. And every night the mom's disappointed. And something, she literally says, something inside me is dying. And I hated the test and all the raised hopes, and I constantly fail. Um, and if it wasn't for her finding some inner resolve and strength, she really would have lost herself in this. She's forced into piano lessons. This is not anything she asked to do, but every day, 2 hours a day from 4 to 6. And how does she feel about that? Like I've been sent to hell, right? It's just this agonizing thing. But you might go on the mom side and say, really? You don't know what hell is, right? I was bombed out of my village and you have to play piano. The daughter's also used. The mom kind of manipulates her a little bit for her own pride. Oh, our problem was than yours, she brags to her friend, right? We asked Jingmei wash dish. She heard nothing but music. You can't stop this natural talent. That's not even true. The daughter hates piano, but she's bragging and making her into this little mini Mozart when that's nothing at all the truth. She just wants to be proud and get to puff her chest out a little bit among her friend group. So it's go time. You need to decide. I want you to highlight whose side are you on. So is it the mother? Is it the daughter? Go ahead, pick a color and highlight. Go for it. So I'll pause and allow you to do that. And then if you finish, I want you to look at the reasons and pick out your top two. So if you think it's the daughter, then go ahead and highlight what are the strongest reasons for that? Because we don't need them all in your response or in your debate. Maybe it's the fact she has to earn her parents' love, and maybe you really hate the part that her mom is using her to brag, just to feel proud, and you find that to be icky. So highlight in a different color two reasons for each character of them all that we've collected during our journey and our thinking as we've read. What are the top two? So go ahead and highlight those. I will pause. Okay, so in your crew, we need to decide who's on the mom side, and you're going to present some arguments, and then the daughter side, you're gonna holla back with a little bit of a rebuttal, and we'll just go back and forth. And so, sometimes, usually, we're pretty divided. I don't know the dynamics of your crew, where your thinking is, if you're all on one side or not. But I'm just going to open this up. So you would want to start with an opening argument, and it'd be fun if we could hear from everybody or most of you, but you might want to say, I think it's the mother and why. And I want you can use this stuff, but go beyond it and explain it. So she lost everything. Explain what that really means. So she feels like a failure. What is that really like? Why is that harmful? Why is that a danger? Why aren't piano lessons an opportunity? How does that girl really feel about it? What might it be like to have a pain from your past thrown into your face? Why is that the ultimate injustice from the daughter? So, in your crew, just take sides, and we want to hear your arguments and your reasoning. And so, maybe take 5-7 minutes to do that, and then come back. Okay, so now whatever side you chose, you may now ignore the other column. So, if you're on the mother's side, you're just working on the left. If you're working on the daughter, just the right. Okay. And so we're going to create an argumentative response. Which character, mother or daughter, deserves the reader's sympathy, respect, support? Okay. You already created you've already done the hardworking claims. You said, oh, it's the daughter because she feels she has to earn their respect, and you have a good quote there. Or it's the mom because she trades house cleaning services. I mean, she sacrifices for her kid, and her kid just throws it away. You've got all that. So this little organizer here is only if you're absent or you need some kind of chart. You've actually have it above. You don't need to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to have your claims, which we already have. What we have here in bold, those are your claims, those are your reasons. You need textual evidence. We found that. You have your quotes ready to go. The one thing you don't have yet is your explanation. Why? What does each one of these things actually mean? How can you tie that back to the argument? Okay. And so you need some reasoning. What I would do is I would pick whatever two I'm using. I would develop my reasoning right here on this little sheet. So change my text color. Maybe I think this is a huge reason. First of all, the mom sacrifices to give her daughter a chance in life to be great. The text says Mr. Chong was a retired piano teacher, and my mother traded house cleaning services for his weekly lessons. This proves the mother willingly sacrifices her time and energy to provide her daughter with an opportunity for achievement. She is committed to supporting and providing these extracurricular or these lessons for Jing Mei. All she wants is for her daughter to have skills and be successful for a better life. I mean, so you can go on and on here, but the idea is this, as I'm doing my reasoning, notice it's mostly me as the writer making the argument. It's not just the quote. So when you're going to turn this into, in a little bit, you're going to turn this into a developed essay, and you're going to put transitions in. So you'll say, first, the mother sacrifices to give her daughter lessons. This is shown when, so you provide a transition, and then you have your quote, and then this proves, okay? So you need to do this twice. You need to claim, evidence, reasoning. So I would do my reasoning right on this sheet, and your reasoning is kind of like like McCaskey says, the sassy part, where you're using some voice and developing it, and you're explaining how does this quote actually tie back to the argument? What does it mean? Well, the mom's sacrificing. It's her own time and energy. She's down on the floors scrubbing this guy's apartment just to give her kid something great. She's committing to supporting and providing something for Jingmei. She just wants a better life, better skills, so she can have more opportunities in a brighter future than she had for her own self, right? So you make that argument. If I was on the other side, I'd do the same thing. I'd say, first of all, this poor girl feels like she has to earn her parents' love. This is shown when she says, and then I put my quote, and all my imaginings has filled with a sense I'd soon become perfect. This reveals, or this proves, and then you go ahead and put your reasoning here. This proves. What does this prove? She doesn't feel accepted as she is. She feels she has to earn their love. She feels she'll never be good enough, and only when she's perfect will mommy and daddy accept her. Well, this is very problematic because no kid is perfect, and no kid should have to earn their love. They should come out, as a screaming, crying, wriggly little baby and already be loved and cherished for the son or daughter who they are. So we've done a lot of work up front here. You already have your claims and your evidence. You just have to add the reasoning. Okay? So once you've done that, then you're going to take it down here and you're going to put it into a nice developed essay. We've given you kind of your lead. In Amy Todd's Two Kinds, the mother and daughter engage in a battle of wills. But it is and you insert your own character. The mother or the daughter that is deserving of the reader's sympathy. And then you get into your first reason. First, okay? Now, you don't need to start making up stuff down here. You just simply use all the good thinking and work you already have. First, and you come up with the mom sacrifices to give her daughter lessons. Then you have your evidence, and then you have your explanation. Okay? Then you go into your second one. To continue, or additionally, the daughter throws away these opportunities. This is shown when, put your quote, and then you put your reasoning. This proves. Okay? So yes, this is CR. You've had a lot of practice with these this year, but you have your claim, your evidence, your reasoning. Make sure it all flows together really nice down here in blue. Here's your checklist. You should have a thesis. We gave it to you. You should have your claims. We've collected those as we've read. You should have your quotes. We've also collected those as we've read. And then you put your page numbers in parentheses. We've done that as we've read. And then you need your explanation. That's a part we haven't done yet, that you need to really tie the quote back to the claim, tie it back to the argument, develop it, get sassy, explain what it means. Okay? Use those transition words throughout, and you wrap it up with a closing. So this is a 27 pointer, and you've done all the hard work up front. So now you just need to really think about your reasoning here and then copy and paste it down below so it flows into a nice paragraph. Okay, so this is going to be, this is due tomorrow, and you have the rest of the time to work.